Hello and welcome to Friday Wrap. And today is Flag Day. Now, what happened this week? Starting with last Friday, I attended the DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference reception at their headquarters in Oak Brook, where not only was I able to see mayors from Winfield, Addison, Villa Park, and Wooddale, and others, I actually got to see two of my good friends and fellow local mayors, Frank Trilla of Willowbrook and Gopal Amalani of Oak Brook. This is the part of the job that I love, the opportunity to network, build relationships, and learn from my peers and mentors, most of whom have similar challenges in their villages. Then I quickly went back to help kick off our summer's concert on the Green Series in Burr Ridge, which has now been increased to 13 concerts. The first band of the year was Heartache Tonight, and it was another huge success, attended by probably 1,000 people. Now, what a great partnership that event is between the Village Center and the village staff. And we are certainly grateful to the Village Center residents who welcome us all into their living rooms every Friday of the summer. On Monday, I attended the village board meeting. And I've always said that one of my goals is to take the job out of the board. And this last one really helped reinforce that sentiment. Voted down was an ordinance that I proposed to limit opening comments to current agenda items that might prevent meetings from running over time and to be more efficient. But as a result, with only one item to be voted on, the meeting still lasted almost 2 hours. Oh well, the Chicago-style politics that I saw early on in the campaign continued with what one resident called boardroom bullying by some residents who were rehashing old news around the Chase Bank deal. Now, for the record, and maybe once and for all, the best way to explain my reasoning for the vote, and I assume that of the others, it has to do with two primary motivators of all human beings, pain and pleasure. I voted for the Chase Bank property to avoid the pain of a potential lawsuit, as our village attorney warned, that could have occurred had we turned down their routine request for special use. To vote against it would have been irresponsible and political, in my opinion. I also wanted to gain the pleasure of the village receiving needed revenue for payment of a fee in lieu of sales tax, which was a first in history for the village, and a gift, as our village administrator indicated and advised. Besides that, a bank is a great choice for that outlot, which has remained empty for 15 years. Why? Because of parking, business, and resident convenience. That parking is already very crowded over there for the existing restaurants and businesses, and a bank usually has less than most retail stores. A bank won't overcrowd the parking lot like another retail store might, which is good news for the restaurants and businesses already there. Bank customers might bring more business to those stores, and many of the Burr Ridge residents are Chase Bank depositors and can benefit and would like the convenience of having one downtown. Hopefully, now we can all start focusing on the future and trying to be more business friendly. I also am hoping that we can start working together and follow the golden rule, perhaps. If you want to see the minutes or video from that meeting, you can log on to the village website at www.burr-ridge.gov. Over the Village Center, I attended another monthly meeting with executives of the Village Center to open up communication with the village and to provide feedback that we may hear from residents. One requested a 10-minute parking spot in front of the Starbucks and maybe brighten up the garages to make them feel more welcoming and safer. In addition, we exchanged updates on current and future projects. If the Village Center is, as my wife says, the best thing that ever happened to the village, those concerts might be the second best. Anyway, one thing that is clear is that both of them are helping Burr Ridge's star continue to rise. During the week, I was also able to attend the Willowbrook Burr Ridge Chamber of Commerce after-hours party at MB Financial. I can't recall or name everyone who was there, but I spent considerable time with resident Vijay Singh, Bud Cognites, Chris Lyons, who has a business in the village, the entire MB Financial staff, including Travis, Edgar, and Armando. A little shout out to you. It was a great event. And one of Burr Ridge's maybe most famous couples, Jane Hobson and Rich Barton. There was quite a bit of Chicago Blackhawks news in the village. I was lucky to be at Capri Restaurant when some VIPs showed up. Even had my picture taken with Dennis Savard one night, and another with the Blackhawks coach, assistant coaches, and goaltending coach. Now, timing is everything, and it helped to be the mayor. But it's no wonder why Blackhawks fever runs so high here, and we welcome any of their visits. But Our get well wishes go out to Patricia Higgins, who I just found out today, frankly, was the Burbridge resident who got hit by a hockey puck at Wednesday's game. What's up? Well, the Red Mango is in for permit, and they are still hoping to get done in September. Unfortunately, this process goes slower than usual, according to one commercial realtor I spoke with, who suspects that because Burbridge outsources this inspection process to an outside company who is paid by the hour, probably has no truth to it, but hopefully it doesn't affect how long it takes. We hope to get that opened up pretty soon. I was able to keep office hours and met with one resident about improving one particular village process. It really has to do with, frankly, customer satisfaction, in my opinion. And heard all about that last big piece of vacant land downtown for sale. You know, it's the one at the end of the Burbridge Parkway, and is 19.5 acres, including a pond, and with about 15 acres of land that is buildable. Now, on a side note, I had to cut short my office hours this week. Well, I didn't have to, but I want to have a late lunch with my daughter at Starbucks. It's a rare opportunity that we have sometimes to spend time with our teenage kids, so I want to take advantage of that last-minute invitation. This week, I also had breakfast with one of our most well-known developers, Harry Liesenfeld, who is said to have built more homes in Burbridge than anyone else. And I met with even one of my former opponents. It was a very special week in a very special place. I hope you have a very special weekend and a very special week ahead. Thanks again.